Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
沃辛，沃辛是一座在英国有着超过6000年历史的海滨城市。起初是个靠着渔业为生的小村庄，直到18世纪转变成当地的大型度假城市，且该地区有着最年轻化的人口群。以艺术和文学著名的沃辛有许多的节庆跟有名的作者，如奥斯卡·王尔德也住在此地。
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, not silent reading, but reading aloud. By doing this, you'll be able to practice your reading, your speaking, and your pronunciation skills all at once. Now we have a new article. It's on the advanced level. It's called Worthing. To tell the truth, this is a very long article, so stick with me, do your best, and see how you can do if you can understand it all, and then read it yourself. Here we go. Worthing is a large seaside town in West Sussex, UK. It is situated at the foot of the South Downs, 16 kilometers west of Brighton. The area around Worthing has been populated for at least 6,000 years and contains Britain's greatest concentration of flint mines. An excavation at Little High Street dates the earliest remains from Worthing Town Centre to the Bronze Age. A Romano-British farmstead once stood in the centre of the town at a site close to the town hall. According to legend, a tunnel several miles long led from Offington to the Neolithic flint mines and Iron Age hill fort of Sisbury. It was said to be sealed, and there was treasure at the far end. The owner of the hall had offered half the money to anyone who would clear out the subterranean passage, and several persons had begun digging, but all had been driven back by large snakes springing at them with open mouths and angry hisses. Worthing remained an agricultural and fishing hamlet for centuries until the arrival of wealthy visitors in the 1750s. The fashionable and wealthy continued to stay in Worthing, which became a town in 1803. Worthing underwent dramatic population growth both in the early 1800s as the hamlet had newly become a town and again in the 1880s. The main driver of population growth in Worthing during the 1990s and 2000s has been migration into Worthing. Worthing has a younger population than the other 3 districts of coastal West Sussex, albeit older than the southeast average. In 2006, 26.7% of the population were between 25 and 44, which is a higher proportion compared to the other districts in the coastal West Sussex area. In literature, Oscar Wilde wrote the importance of being earnest while staying in the town in the summer of 1894. Salvington in Worthing has the birthplace of philosopher and scholar John Selden in 1584. In the 1960s, playwright Harold Pinter wrote The Homecoming in his home at Ambrose Place. Other literary figures to have lived in the town include W.E. Henley, William Henry Hudson, Stephen Spender, Dorothy Richardson, John Oxenham, and Jane Austen wrote her unfinished final novel in the town. The Worthing Transition Festival 2010 was held between June 4th and June 26th at the Heen Gallery. Being the first of its kind in Worthing, the festival also provided a month-long showcase for art inspired by themes such as climate change, sustainable transport, local food, and the end of cheap oil. There was a photographic competition based on local food, and visitors to the Heen Gallery are invited to help create a timeline for Worthing between now and 2030. The Worthing Festival is held in the last 2 weeks each July with open-air concerts in the town center and a fairground along the town's promenade. Modern Worthing has a large service industry, particularly in financial services. It truly offers something for everybody, yet is of a manageable size, close to the larger cities of Brighton and London. That's it for our article. I told you it was a little bit long, and it was. Now it's your turn to do some reading. Try to read through all of it, but if you can't, read through at least the first 2 or 3 paragraphs. If you read aloud, you'll be practicing your reading, speaking, and pronunciation skills all at the same time. Now that's it for this part of the lesson. Let's go on to the next part.